Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Obi Thorin Alliance. What are we doing today, Jacob?
We are doing a discussion of the Guardians of Galaxy holiday special. Merry Christmas!
So if you want to find out what our thoughts are about that, stick around. So let's summarize the Christmas special. So where can people find it?
Disney Plus.
Okay, and when did it come out?
12 days ago.
Yeah, so it came out just before the start of December. It's a 40-odd minute special. Where's it situated, like in the timeline of things? It's kind of after Endgame, you'd say, roughly?
Yeah.
It follows this kind of mission that two characters go on to help another. So, in short, the premise is that they think that Star-Lord is a bit upset about what's happened to Gamora. And, they tell a story at the start about how his Christmases were ruined. He was from Earth, so he had Earth traditions, but as we know, he grew up in space. They want to try and bring some Christmas cheer to him. And who comes up with a great idea, and what do they go do?
Mantis and Drax go and get the legendary Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, so they've said that they've heard all these stories about Kevin Bacon and, him as an actor, but the roles that he's played and what a big part they played in Star-Lord's kind of upbringing. And they said that he was such an influential person on him. Again, they try and play on the nostalgia of him being from, a child of the 80s where, Kevin Bacon was the megastar in movies and, Redbone was kind of the band that he likes. So they play on that. So they go to retrieve Kevin Bacon, and what kind of happens in a nutshell?
Chaos happens. They get drunk and police come, and we get this awesome scene when Drax laughs at bullets being shot at him.
So they go to Earth, they try and retrieve Kevin Bacon, they take Kevin Bacon hostage. You know where they were? Did they mention what planet or what base they're on, or it's kind of not mentioned?
Don't think it was mentioned.
Yeah, so they go and take him back. They set up Christmas. They put decorations everywhere, Star-Lord, and then they present him with Kevin Bacon as a present, which he's a bit shocked and confused about, and basically says, "You've just committed human trafficking. It's not quite right." As all Christmas movies go, eventually there's a
sing-along.
Yeah, well, sing-along's part of it, but I guess there's this whole realization of, Christmas spirit and doing the right thing and trying to make everyone happy. And, Kevin Bacon comes along to the party and helps it out, and everyone has a great time. And, Christmas spirit is now amongst the gang, and, they'll continue to celebrate Christmas. And Peter, the best Christmas he's ever had. Anything else you want to add to that?
If you really enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy, you're really going to enjoy this Christmas special. And Mantis, their combination really worked for this, and it was really entertaining, even though it was really short, but it worked for this holiday special.
So we're not going to do our usual rating system because it's a bit short to try and do. If you were to summarize it with a word, what would you say about it? Or how would you express what you thought about the show?
Very Christmassy, definitely worth your time. Whole and family can enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really liked it. I didn't know what to expect being a Christmas special. It's something kind of different to do with superheroes, I guess, but very, very funny. It was a good length at 40 minutes. A bit longer could have been good as well, but it definitely wasn't too short or, dragged out. It was quite good. It did add the elements of Christmas. We got to see all the big stars we wanted. Obviously, Chris Pratt doesn't feature in it as much as you would have liked, but it for the storyline it wouldn't have worked if he was in it more, or it would have obviously through money or conflict of him being in other shows they couldn't do it either. But Drax and Mantis definitely stole the show, and they are by far probably two of the funnier characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy, so it worked really well. For me, I won't put a number on it, but I thought it was excellent. I think it's something that I'd probably continue to watch each year, being such a quick watch. A lot of the other Christmas movies that I enjoy, can be repetitive, and if they're, around that hour and a half, 2 hour length, it's hard to want to keep watching it. But this at 40 minutes, it's something quick to put on. You don't have to pay too much attention to it, and I really like the premise. I think, Kevin Bacon being, what they wanted to give him as a gift was really cool, and it had 2 musical numbers in it, which were great. I actually thought they were really good Christmas songs, so I think it ticked a lot of boxes, this for me.
Yes.
So let's move into some spoilers and some discussions about it. What do you want to talk about?
I guess the biggest one is that Mantis is Star-Lord's sister.
Yeah, so they've added that plot line. Think about that. Do you think it works? Surprising? Unnecessary?
Oh, I guess it's somewhat surprising. I think it will be more important for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I guess if for people that don't have Disney Plus and just watch the movies, it'll be a little bit confusing and out of the blur for the next movie.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it adds much to the story, but I guess it's cool to think that, he's not alone in this world. He's got, a sibling. So it's a nice little touch to add in a Christmas movie. What do you think about the characters they chose to add to it? Do you think you would have liked anyone else in there, or you would have liked to seen a few more cameos?
Oh, maybe Thor.
Yeah, I guess that could have worked. I guess we don't know where it falls in the timeline, but that would have fitted in. Like, it makes sense. We're aware that Thor did spend some time with them, but probably again trying to get Chris Hemsworth to be part of this would have been a difficult task. Discussion points do we have about this special?
What was your favourite scene?
Favourite scene? I think I liked the first musical number. How they kind of start playing and they're describing all these Christmas traditions and getting them wrong, and the way Chris Pratt reacts to it. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh, so you tell me you just picked up these instruments?" And like, "Yeah, first time." And they played this really cool song. Like, I think that was probably one of the coolest scenes. The bar scene was quite funny too, and then when they came down to Earth. So, but I'm going to go with the first musical scene. What about yourself?
Probably the police scene when Drax was laughing and getting shot at bullets.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I did wonder, in the Guardians of the Galaxy, how strong Drax is and what he can and can't withstand. Obviously, human bullets don't match up to the lasers or whatever they might use on other planets. So, yeah, so that was interesting to find that out. What else? Any more questions? Any more discussion points?
Did you like the characters that they chose to be the main characters, or were you disappointed that we didn't really get to see Rocket and Groot that much?
I think it was good. I think they were great characters. They're quite funny. Probably would have expected the main Guardians to really feature in it. Not that Drax isn't, but you would have thought it would have been Drax plus the rest of the gang, which they didn't go that direction. But you can see why. It's a short 40-minute holiday special, trying to, you don't want to spend too much on getting star power in there, so they've gone with that option, and it worked. I don't feel ripped off or cheated. I think it fits in with the storyline, and it's quite funny, and I wouldn't mind seeing, maybe some future holiday specials with other superheroes, maybe something like the Hulk. I think the Hulk is quite funny, and it would work with him.
Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool could work as well. I wouldn't mind seeing a few more holiday things.
Yeah.
Any other questions or things you want to bring up about the special?
Did you like how it started with the animation?
Yeah, it kind of threw me off at first. I thought, is this going to be a whole animated thing? But I think they did that on purpose because, with animated, it's quite common in Christmas movies to be animated or kind of have that thing where it's like a storybook and then it turns into real life, kind of like they do in The Elf. Yeah, so I think that worked well. You mentioned before about it being appropriate for the whole family, and I do agree with that. I think it was. Kids can get into it, adults as well. And then I think even if you're not a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy or don't know them too well, you can appreciate that it's, two friends going to try and make Christmas special for another friend. So I think it's a very cool concept, and I'm glad they did it.
Did you like how Kevin Bacon, Star-Lord, was kind of not too pleased to see Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, I wondered what they were going with that. I thought maybe they were going to imply that Kevin Bacon wasn't his favourite actor. I wonder why they picked that. I don't recall in the Guardians of the Galaxy him making reference to Kevin Bacon. He might. I'm not sure, but I guess that they would have been a large selection of 80s kind of heroes they could have picked that would have worked, but I guess maybe Kevin Bacon was available, and I think it's a good choice. I think it was fine.
So overall, really entertaining? Really
entertaining, funny, worth watching. If you're in any way a Marvel fan, I think this Christmas you should definitely watch it. It's quick, it's easy. Put it on whilst you're putting up the tree. I think it's great, easy watch.
definitely agree with that. Well, thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. See you in the next video. Let the force be with you. As always, be awesome.